coming out the gate like a fucking bang.
Bang energy. Shout out Bang.
At 8 p.m. is
crazy.
And not for a workout is outlandish.
It's crazy because I just left the gym before this.
Okay. All right. So I think they have the NA or NCAA amino acids that help regenerate that muscle. I see what you're doing there. Obviously, it's granted it was well thought out, well planned. Dude, we are in the end of April right now. It's like April 25th. Okay. Tomorrow, Atmosphere Lounge is a go.
Let's go.
Just fucking nervous as hell.
Let's go.
But do you feel like this year is just flying by?
This year, honestly, we're in April. I don't know. I feel like
almost May.
I feel like the end of last year just went so slow to me that I agree. This year is flying by. Now that I think of it, it's definitely flying by.
You think about it, man. I was thinking about it. I was like, I was just in a bitter winter, cold as hell. And now the trees are starting to bloom. It's getting beautiful outside. And we're about to hit May. Like, we're almost at that halfway marker of the year. And then it's on to 2026. And then, I don't know. I think as you get older, you start to realize how fast time is.
Yeah, I was just telling my friends, like, honestly, I'm just going to start waking up earlier just because time is going just so fast. So I need all the time.
Have you been able to do that?
For the most part.
It's a hard thing to do, bro. It's a hard thing to do. Shout out 1K, though, real quick. Because 1K is like the fucking 4:30, 5 a.m. club. Like, that guy wakes up at the crack of dawn every day and gets after it, man. So
he was bigger before Ashton Hall. You know, the dude that like grabs his Saratoga water every morning. Like,
the guy
Caleb
with the
was
tape
doing
in his
that
mouth?
way before him.
The guy with the tape in his mouth?
Yeah, tape in his mouth.
What an amazing trend that's become.
It's crazy.
I want to do it. I think I will.
Every morning?
Do you have a morning routine? Do you have something like that? I don't. I'm reckless with my life.
See, my schedule's all over the place. So I'd say, like, I don't really have a morning routine, but I'm trying to create one. Like, I'm trying to better myself and create a morning routine.
Do you feel like as a creator, it's harder to, especially in your line of work, and what you do? Because what you do, a lot of it has to do post-production, after hours, staying up late, so trying to formulate a schedule and meet a due date is probably extremely.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging, especially like balancing my work life business. So it's just like, I try to find time for everything with a little bit of time, honestly. It's difficult.
And that's why it keeps flying by, though. Because we're doing so much that it just like, you plan, I'm sure your schedule, right? Your schedule is like mapped out by the month.
Yeah.
Do you like, right?
Pretty
and
much.
when now, to me, I'm like realizing that that's kind of what it is. And when I hang out with people, I'm like, hey, let me check my calendar. And like, oh, you don't got time for me.
Every day.
And it's like, it's not like that.
It's really not like that. And I try to mean no harm.
It
but it's
feels weird, though. For real?
Business calls. When business calls, you got to answer.
Very strong business mindset. We are here for episode 138 of the Middleman Podcast. I got that one right this time with my boy Harrison, NorthStar Films. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Session two, my friend.
Round 2 with Kev.
Session 1 was episode 56.
Wow.
All right, Michael says
it was
3.
session. I forgot about that. What happened again?
The audio got clipped. Yeah, the audio got clipped.
Shout out Mike.
we had a shitty laptop. And now we're a little bit better. So, but yeah, this is basically your second official go around, but like third one around. So thank you for being here again, bro. Episode 56, 2 years ago. Does it feel like 2 years ago?
Honestly, time's just been flying. It does not feel like 2 years ago. It feels like yesterday. First thing I wanted to see when I came in was the board.
Yeah.
But looks like you've changed it. You've changed it on me.
It's still in the building. It's still in a room. It's one of the legendary boards. You are in red handwriting, I believe. And I believe you're up in the right side. The top right corner. Yeah. Yeah, you are in the top right corner. It's,
I can.
You drew a little camera. It says NorthStar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's up there. We'll get it. We'll snip it. We'll put it here. Yeah, man. Freaking 2 years ago, one camcorder. We're still using that camcorder. Different microphones. The table's gone. The aesthetic has upgraded. We have both upgraded within our own journeys, bro. And we both experienced the trials and tribulations of a business, right?
Right.
So
100%.
I'm happy that you're here, man, because I know that for a while there was a little bit of a layoff. There were different avenues that you were taking, some bright spots, some not so bright spots. And I'm hoping that you're willing to talk about it and basically fill everyone in on what's going on, because regardless, right here, right now, you are on fire, my guy. You are on fire.
That. That's you, though. That's honestly you, bro. Just seeing the come up from 2 years ago when we first did it to now is insane. And it just shows that grinding, consistency, discipline, you keep going every day, like, it's going to change. It's going to change for the better.
Well, thank you, man, because it's crazy to see like the subscriptions and stuff, the subscribers. Dude, your video, I think that video is, my top viewed podcast or second top viewed podcast. Yeah. It's between you and Methodonics.
Okay.
It's between you and Methodonics. That's for sure.
Going for it.
And yeah, that's pretty monumental, you know? So for us to continue to grow and be consistent, I mean, I thank you for giving me my flowers. I'm not the best at accepting, man, bro.
You don't need to thank me. It's honestly what I see. What the whole world sees.
Thank you, man. We're working hard. Middleman all the way.
Yes,
Michael, Z Visions, Nezzo. It's a 4-man team, and those are about 3 out of 4 same individuals. Zach wasn't a part of the team, but we're still making it happen from 2 years ago to
That's
now.
Great. Having
Creatively,
a strong team.
Listening as an interviewer, learning how to navigate through conversation, trials and tribulations, bro. People flail on me, like
comes with it.
We've had we were in a studio at one point, and then after the studio we relocated here, and that's when you joined us. That's when we got the camera.
I've seen the studio, right? It might have been like one of the first times I met you. Potentially,
because I was still working there. Maybe I was trying to show you it, like, this is what it is. And then we ended up moving back here and continued to. That was just one of my bumps in the roads, you know. So like, you had a few bumps in your roads because like Definitely you were. The one thing I really remember after our interview was that you would continue to make a lot of videos, and then at one point you went a little bit ghost, and I believe that was just because of like life happened.
Yeah, personal life.
I remember you were really just focusing on yourself, taking a step back. Within those times, were you still working with your camera and observing?
So from like the last time I believe we interviewed each other, I ended up opening up a film space.
Yeah.
Shout out 3 False Prophets. Had that going for a couple months.
What was the name of that space called again?
Our first one, Real Work Studios.
Real Work Studios. Yes, Real R-E-L.
Yeah, R-E-L. Yeah,
I remember that.
That's a gem. But then after that, he ended up, having his personal things. He was going to move, yada, yada, yada. So I ended up getting another spot, and I named it Motion Culture. During renovations, life hit. Kind of like took a step back from everything. Like I wasn't even picking up a camera. I just wasn't doing anything just because I wanted a reset. I needed that reset. I feel like I was at a point where I was just too overwhelmed with everything. And then I was just adding things onto my life, more expenses, more this, more that. It just got too overwhelming. So I had to take a step back, just rethink my plan, and just execute it.
Well, you tackled it, bro. Like you were tackling it. Like I seen reels. I seen you working like with your hands, building these sets, building these, these sets for, you had podcasts that you were offering, they could come in and shoot a video and you would do the production for it, stuff like that. So it was all formulated. It looked like it was well on its way.
Yeah, we definitely planned it out and executed very well. Could have been better, but hey, it was our first time.
Yeah.
Learned from it. And I do like in my future plan is like going to a bigger city and reopening one. Now that I do have like, the basic foundation of how to get it started, how to get it running, how to build sets.
What are some of those things that you need to know that you learned along the way?
It's just the very beginnings. You need to find a space. Like me and my buddy, we found a space. From there, now it's like, what do we want to do with the space? How do we want to create the space where not only is it maximizing profit for us, but it's like giving a space for people to come in and get creative. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like trying to have people
make a creative hub. Yeah. A creative hub, like just like a hive of creativity.
Just come in, be comfortable, just get creative, just do your own thing, create your content.
Like what's that one place over here? It's like I forgot what it's called, but you can like rent an office or something. You can rent an office space. You can rent a little spot.
Is it in Dunmore?
No, it's right here in downtown.
Oh,
I forget what it's called. It's like I'm completely drawing a blank, but Something like that, where it's a creative hub. You could just come in and they have individual rooms and different sets, and you have the mindset for it. I feel as if you have a good marketing plan. It seems as if you have also launched clothing as well. Since the last time we spoke, you were partnered with clothing.
Yeah, I was partnered with
partnered with clothing.
a couple of clothing brands. Shout out Lament Garments. Shout out Heavenly Smiles. Those are two of like the main clothing brands that I have been a part of. But there's also, I support a lot of clothing brands. Like this hoodie right here is my boy, Jari Fashion. Lament on the hat.
The hat.
Yeah, I just love clothing brands.
Who is Lament? I've heard the name. I don't know who Lament is.
Yeah, it's Ka. His name is Ka. Yeah, Kaheem. Okay. So he's also an artist. I don't know if you... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's the one that created Lament.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Him and I had a conversation like a long time ago.
Yeah, he's a man of many trades.
Sounds good. Respect that. Yeah. Just like you, though. Just like you. You surround yourself with these creators. So, you had those studios, which I thought was a really cool thing that you had going for yourself. I'm upset that it didn't pan out as you wanted it to, due to life,
first go around.
Yeah,
first go around.
But
next time
your first go around, it didn't work out, and then you went and did it again though on your own. Yeah. So you were consistent on it. It was something that you really, really, really wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
And now you're more so still wanting to do that, but maybe in a different city.
Yeah, take a little step back right now, really focus on like learning everything about my camera to post-production, editing, everything of that nature, and then start expanding more.
To operate a place like that, do you, like when you're looking for candidates to work with you, because I don't know, is it hard for you to do that alone? Could you do it alone, or do you look for candidates to help run that type of facility? And if so, who would they be?
Honestly, like my second go around, after my partner decided he was going to move away, I was just going to do it on my own. Like I started everything on my own. I had it for like 4 or 5 months, just getting it ready. Unfortunately, I never got to open it for the public, but yeah, I was just doing it by myself.
That's harsh, bro. That's harsh. Yeah. You spent a lot of time.
But I did get a lot of shoots in there, so but
you're able to create as you were going.
Yeah, as I was going.
That's pretty dope. And then like learning how to build the sets and everything, was that like a first time experience?
I mean, I went to Voltech in high school for like a year.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm handy manny, but like I do know how to work a hammer and some nails.
So how soon are you looking to possibly, do that again? Relaunch maybe another studio, or is that not in the forefront right now?
So my plan probably be in Scranton for another year, give myself 2 years max before I move out to a bigger city. But I'm still going to be traveling back and forth. Yeah. Still got to show my people love, record videos, everything. But yeah, I definitely want to move to a bigger city. So I'd say like, I'd give myself like a year or two.
Any city in mind?
See, I'm really like in Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay,
yeah, I've
cool.
been to Atlanta a couple times.
I remember last time you were here, you went to the Atlanta, the game in basketball.
Yeah,
the basketball
exactly.
Game in Atlanta.
Yeah, so ever since then, I probably went like 2-3 more times.
Yeah.
I just love it.
That's dope, bro. Yeah. You got, I think Adachi's out there, is he not?
Yeah, Adachi's out there. It's a lot of creators out there. I love it.
Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta, but maybe one day I should go. I should check it out for sure. Got a lot of things going on here. My boots are on the ground in Scranton for a little bit longer.
Nothing wrong with it.
Like, no, nothing wrong with it at all. I honestly feel like this is what keeps me in Scranton, to be quite honest with you. And it's good because, it's like I'm finding a foundation for myself. I'm building a platform. I'm building a base. The one thing that I'm really excited for is that turning point in my life when it's time for me to uproot from this area and go like put my theory to the test in a different area. Like
that's a scary part.
It's a terrifying part.
But it's like, bro, one thing that I've heard and always stuck with me is like, you have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. And that goes with everything that you're doing in life. You have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. So it's like, take that risk. You never know what's going to come with that risk, what reward's going to come with that risk. So me, I'm big on like taking risks. Like I'll gamble all my money if I have to.
FanDuel? That's a FanDuel guy?
Nah, I had to quit.
Right.
I quit. I took a little break. But no, I'm taking the risks though, because you never know.
Yeah.
With anything.
And
you just don't take any dumb risks, like to a certain extent.
It's got to be calculated.
Yeah, calculated. At
least you would hope it's calculated. Yeah. But sometimes you get that gut feeling.
Yeah.
That gut feeling that you just have to take this risk regardless of the calculations or anything involved. Do you have an example that you can think of where maybe that has ever happened to you?
So it was before I came on here the first time. It might have been like 3 years ago. I had just one day, me and my friends were just talking. They were like, oh, we should move. Like, I got a buddy of mine in North Carolina. Let's just do it. So like I told my parents a week before that I was leaving, had a gut feeling that I was going to work out. Didn't work out.
Wow. I can't say I've had one of those, man. I wish I did. But
I've always had a gut feeling about my business. So like ever since I first started, like I've always had that feeling that I am going to get where I want to get. Like in the beginning, when I first started, a video of mine, for example, like say a video that I just posted last week, that was what I wanted to achieve when I first started. I was like, oh, I can't wait till my video just like, it's just clear, it has perfect colors, like transitions, effects. I just wanted to learn how to do that. And now that I'm here, it's just like, it's relieving.
3 years later?
5 years.
5 years later.
Yeah, it's about to be 5 years in July.
You know, so...
But I started off with photography also.
When you put all this work in, right, and you're like kind of like reaping the rewards, right? Because it's like, all right, I've worked for all this, you know, like, do you ever like feel that it's just not real? Like that it shouldn't be this way? I can personally say that I do feel that way sometimes.
See, I feel like, no, just because like it's this way for a reason. Like I worked for this, like all those early mornings, long nights, I worked for this. So it's like, no, I'm not surprised. It's just what I've worked for. And I feel like you should feel the same way. Like you've worked for how far you are right now. Like
you're right.
For all of this.
You're right. You're definitely right, bro. But I don't know what it is. Something maybe it's like I need that acceleration and speed. We had this conversation on a podcast with Shams. Acceleration and speed. When you get in a relationship, it's really exciting, right? It's moving really, really fast. The sensation is the acceleration.
Right.
You're feeling exuberated. You feel great. Then the relationship starts. You're in it for like 5 months, 6 months. Now you find your cruising speed. And I feel like I've just been cruising at my speed for a very long time. However, I've made twists here and there and I get those little bursts of acceleration. I just don't register them as well as I should. And I think that's why I can't feel the same way as you at times.
I'd say just let it come naturally. I feel like you're going to get to a point where you just like always remain humble, but you're going to be like, yeah, I am him. You're going to look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm him. Like, I got to start moving like I'm him.
I'll tell myself I'm him, but I won't tell you I'm him. I won't tell you I'm him.
Yeah, no, I would never. Like,
because it's like, listen, like I know like the shit does stink, but you don't smell it yet. Okay. Like you'll smell it when I fucking start talking about it. And that's what happens. So that's why for me, I'm always like, yeah, no, I'm very, thank you very much. I don't know how to take compliments. It's very unique. It's very weird.
I mean, it gets like that.
It does get like that, bro. It does get like that. So, the studios, you stopped that, but in between you were doing shoots and you remained true and still did those NorthStar Spotlights that are like transcending right now. Like I said, they are hot. Like they're one of the hottest things in town because, bro, I'm going to be 100% transparent. No disrespect to any of the videographers within this area.
Shout out all the videographers out there.
Shout out all of you guys. But like, I've been seeing a lot more of your videos lately. That's all I'm saying. I've just been seeing a lot more of your videos lately, and it just seems like you're producing them at a really rapid rate. Like, I'm seeing on your YouTube, like it's like released 2 days ago, released 5 days ago, released a week ago, released 2 weeks ago. Like you really, elevated the amount that you're dropping and how consistent, and you're sharing it on all platforms as well. So you're really putting it out there for people to see that you're back. Like it's a resurgence, it's a strong resurgence.
Got to show them that I'm on my way. I'm on my way back. Like I took a long break.
When you took the layoff, was that the plan to come back?
Yeah, that was my plan. Like that was what the whole reset was about. Like I had to relook at myself. Like, okay, what do I want to do now that I don't have my studio? Like, how do I want to come back into the game per se? And made a plan and sticking to it now. It's not perfect. I'm not saying I'm executing it exactly how I wanted to, but it's gotten better since.
What were some of the like key attributes to that plan in order to re-enter the venue, the atmosphere? Because I don't know, if you were gone from the music game that long, like obviously you still have a great connection, you still have a great portfolio and great, just work to back your talk. But when you're outside of it for a while and you step back into it, did that feel weird? Did it feel different?
Kind of. I felt like this is what I should have been doing. I feel like I was just in my head too much. I feel like it happens. But yeah, I felt great once I first started shooting again, once I was in the field, just getting that work in. I felt great.
Who really helped you clear that fog in your head in that time of your absence?
My older brother, I'd say. Shout out Willie. He was one person, because I didn't really tell anyone either. Like nobody knew what was going on, but he noticed. Like, I didn't have to tell him anything. He's just like, yo, like, what's going on with you and your filming? Like, I need you back doing what you love to do, because it's what you love to do and you're good at it. So, like, at first I'm just like brushing it off. Like, I don't really want to hear this right now. But then it kept sticking with me. He'll keep on telling me. So shout out him. He was definitely the one person.
Respect. I met him basketball-wise. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he can't.
Some might even say he's better than you.
Yeah, never.
Oh, shit.
Never. On camera, it's crazy to say that.
It is.
Because he's going to have a big head now.
Now. Sorry about that. We're just trying to, cause some turmoil there in the household there. The household. So you were doing that. What was your first video back? Who were you working with? And, did you... How did you announce your presence at your back, bro? Let me ask you that. What was the plan to be like, hey guys, I'm locked the fuck back in? Was it deals? Was it, what was it?
I want to say my first one back was a clothing brand video shoot I did. But it was more say like, I wasn't really announcing it that I'm back. At first, like, I didn't really announce it. I kind of just like wanted to get my booking in, do it, and then just release it, and then just slowly just keep doing that, rinse and repeat. Try to get bookings, and then because I feel like the more bookings you get, the more posts that you do, the more people see it, and then you're just slowly gonna rise. Right there, I keep getting my bad.
No, you're good. You definitely like you rose, like you came back, and the numbers were there like immediately. The views always seem to be supporting, always seem to be consistent. It's always in 100s. It's very ever rarely in the singles or double digits numbers. And it's because of the production style. So who was one of the? So you did a clothing shoot, and then you got.
And then I started doing a lot of mic performances.
Yeah, a
lot of mic performances.
You've upgraded your equipment in the mic performances.
No. Honestly, I just got better at post-production, like editing-wise.
Okay.
Because I didn't upgrade any equipment since...
Directing-wise, is it still kind of the same?
Directing-wise, I feel like I got better at directing. Just like more, oh, hey, do this, fix this, let's get this angle. Definitely gotten better with the directing. But nothing, I haven't made any big purchases recently.
Just been like, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel if it's not broken, right?
Exactly. Because I do want to upgrade, though. I have been upgrading, like... I got my drone back in action.
I saw that.
I haven't really used it as much. I used it in like a music video or two just recently.
So you mean to tell me you're still using that same camera that you had 2 years ago?
It's 2 years ago, same camera.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Michael told me earlier today, before you even came here, that he ran into you at the bar and he had told you that you need to upgrade your camera.
For real? I was probably drunk. I don't remember that.
He was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know. Maybe one day. Go ahead, Michael. What do you got?
Because I saw that video you outside the gas station. And I was like, yo, it's the same camera he had when we were on the podcast. So I was like, yo, he has not upgraded in like 2 years. But like you said,
I don't know.
He did better in other ways.
Like my first camera, my Canon, I gave that one away. Like the camera that I mainly use, I would never give that camera away. I have a Sony A7 II, just sits there. I never really use it just because like I love my baby. Like my Fujifilm, shout out Fujifilm. If you don't have Fujifilm, look into it. It's just as good as Sony.
I think you're like the first person on this platform to say Fujifilm.
Yeah, nobody really likes it, especially in the industry. Everyone's mainly Sony users.
Well, then elaborate. Why should people use the Fujifilm?
I don't know. I've never, like, that was my first big purchase.
Yeah.
Like before I purchased the Sony, I'm sure if I used the Sony first and got accustomed to the Sony, I would have probably still been in Sony. But like Fuji was just my first camera, like my first major camera. So from there, I just loved it so much. Just never really tried any other cameras.
Is it the smoothness of how it captures the quality of the videos?
It captures it in 10-bit as well, like one of the highest forms of quality. Other cameras are like 8, 7, 6. It depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got great quality. It's just perfect for me. Like this camera is just perfect for me. It gives off like a vintage film camera type of look as well. Mm-hmm. Like I like the look of it, like the body.
You guys have been recording a lot of videos. I do have a few here that I'm definitely going to talk about, man, but they look like they're a lot of work still, hours on hours. It really seems like from observing since the first time I've seen you do it to where you're at now, you try to change the location within the video more than you did before.
Exactly.
What does that add to the video aspect, to the viewer and for the artist?
I feel like just changing locations, not only like every single location that I go to is just a different type of scenery. It's just gives off a different vibe. Like the one I just did in Philly, for example, it was a girl artist, the real VV. It was just like a perfect location because we had like the bus station right behind, like the bus moving behind her, city vibes, big city. I feel like it just varies within the song.
The real VV. You know what? We're here, so we're going to just dive right into it because that's one of the videos that I do have pulled out from the list there on YouTube. Make sure you check out his YouTube. Shout it out. It is NorthStar
Spotlight. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, NorthStarFilms on Instagram as well, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Yeah, man, working
TikTok.
hard, putting out videos, and really a staple within the community when it comes to, you know, hip hop and drill. Because I feel like artists will gravitate towards you and your quality of work mainly because of that spotlight that you've created for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's On the Radar, there's the phone booths,
From
you know, there's all types of that, but now there's also the NorthStar Spotlight.
Exactly.
You also had what was it? A mask. You had a piece of merch there that you were repping the other day.
Oh yeah, I kind of just put my logo on a ski mask. And I was just in the mall the one day. I had my ski mask on. I was like, wonder if I saw the printing store. Shout out my guy at the printing store. Like, I went in there. I said, yo, you think you could put this logo on here? He said, yeah. Did it. Took 15 to 20 minutes. Got my final product.
And then that same day, man, you were out at one of your very first original locations for your video shoot, which is up at Naog in
the treehouse.
The treehouse. Yeah. Nostalgic.
Yeah, very nostalgic. It's crazy.
Is that your first time there since then?
Since then, yeah. No since shit. My first, that day I woke up, I was just like, I kind of want to shoot it like where I first started off, NorthStar Spotlight. Because that day, like the day that I first started it, I called my boy, OB, shout out OB. Called him up. I'm like, yo, bro, like, we should do similar to On the Block from the Radar or On the Radar, etc. Like the mic performance. And then I was at Naog for some reason early in the morning. And I was like, and I got the perfect spot for us. So that's kind of how that came about.
That's like super full circle. How many years since then was it since you've been back to record a video there?
I want to say NorthStar Spotlight started about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Did you put the videos side by side? Did you do that? I know it's two
just because I haven't gotten to the video yet. I'm still trying to catch up. Yeah, I have a couple more videos I have to do to catch up to that one.
Well, how like backlogged are you right now? Like how many videos do you find yourself producing on a weekly basis?
Within the past 2 weeks, I'd say I shot like 2 weeks, probably like 13.
Yeah, you do one of these. I'm tired.
Like 13
he really
videos.
Did. He said, yeah. So like 13 just to shoot them though.
Yeah, just
not even
them.
fucking.
And they're not even edited yet. Yeah,
and
I only have like 6 right now. I've gotten a lot done.
That's where the magic happens, though, bro. That's where the sit down, long hours of commitment. Damn, honestly, man, oh man.
Sit back, see like that vision you had before you actually shot it come to life. It's pretty dope to me. I love the process.
You ever like write key notes in your phone or on a notepad while you're like recording to be like, oh, I wanted to do that post-production? You ever do anything like that?
Yeah. Like I'll always use my notes, or there's another like website that I use, Middleman, that it's really good with like organizing. So I kind of put like the key points that I want for the shoot, how I want the shoot to go, or if I'm during the shoot, if I wanted to incorporate this into the editing, like you were saying, I would do that as well.
Smart man, bro. Smart man. Elevating. Always.
I'm just trying to organize better. Like that was my main issue for the past couple of years. Organization. Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to get more organized.
That's one of the fucking key aspects of everything. Fucking running a
business. Like I was even bad with calendars. Like even like using my phone calendar, I'm more of I'll remember. I have a shoot May 7th.
Nah.
I'll remember it. Like, that's how I do it.
Damn.
But I'm trying to get better with organization, like I said. So I am starting to use my calendar.
Yeah,
my phone
gotta use a calendar, man.
Reminder. I'm always talking to Siri, like, Siri, remind me I have a shoot this day. Set an all-day reminder.
Yeah, man, I got to use a calendar. Michael finally has access to the Middleman Podcast calendar.
Okay.
So now he knows our schedule all the time, and I'll never have to call him and be like, yo, bro, we got an episode anymore, right, Michael? I'll never have to do that. He's locked in. Calendars are essential, guys. I overbooked crazy, my G. So I had to like take steps back, move things around. It's insane. Yeah. But back to the real VV music video there. Song was called The Body, NorthStar Spotlight, and it was in Philadelphia. And I think you did a 2-for-1 that day, it seemed, because I just happened to be seeing there's some BTS footage, you know, with I2I.
I2I production. Shout out Zay. That's my official cameraman for NorthStar Spotlight.
How long have you two been working together in that avenue? I know you guys known each other for quite some time, but
I always tell Zay the story. Like, I've always seen Zay work. He's been putting in the work for years now, and I've seen it. I just wanted to, because people would always ask me like, oh, why don't you add Zay to the team? Why don't you add Zay to the team? I kind of always wanted to just see if he was consistent, if he was going to stay consistent. A lot of people start, but they quit. A lot of people start and quit. That's a lot of things. Like, but
hit that bell for me one time. There we go.
A lot of people start and quit, but I've noticed that he's going regardless of like the likes, the people that's actually viewing it. He has a passion for this, and it kind of reminded me of myself when I first started. Like, I didn't really care about the likes or anything. I just wanted to shoot. I just kept doing it just for the love of it.
Yeah.
So from there, I had contacted him after like year 2 of me seeing he's like grinding. I'm like, yeah, bro, I need you on the team. So that's how that came about. Shout out
Zay, I2I Productions, man. I want to see those BTS videos of you guys.
I think he said he was posting it this week.
I was trying to find it. Trying to find it. So it would be posted on his page.
It should be on Instagram. Okay. Some of them are posted. Yeah.
All right.
I think he posted like 1 or 2.
I'll have to dive a little bit deeper then.
We're 6 episodes in though. We got 6 behind the scenes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. So I missed all that. Wow. What a bad interviewer. Usually I'm pretty good at that shit. I usually find it all. Damn it. I'm upset I missed that because I could have had a really great conversation. However, there's the BTS film of that, I think that is something that is essential for you and your brand. Because remember last time you were here, you had that one music video. I think it was with Cinco. I'm not too sure. And at the end, you like hopped in the shot.
I came into the shot. It was with Cinco. Yeah, it
was with Cinco, right?
Yeah, you have a great memory.
Thanks. I don't know how I pulled that one out the bag, but I'm pretty happy I did. So, I remember that, and I remember telling you like, yeah, that's the shit, bro. The BTS stuff like that. So Philadelphia, you went out there. You guys got out there, and you're kind of calling it a new side series for the NorthStar Spotlight, the Philly edition.
What do you mean side series? Like, is it like its own? Yeah, you could say that. That's why I kind of like wanted to emphasize the Philly edition, and then I made a whole different logo for it. If you notice, like my NorthStar Spotlight logo and the NorthStar Spotlight Philly edition logo, it's similar, but it's different. Like, it's got like different buildings in the background. I changed the color of it.
I did miss that little detail, but that finite detail, make sure you look out for that. That's pretty cool. And so the first artist you were out there for was for, I know the song is Bussin', right?
Yeah, Bussin', J Money. Shout out J Money.
J Money. He was on the radar.
Yeah, he was on the radar.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
So like, you're over here, because that's one of the biggest platforms that everyone talks about, on the radar. And then we always make the joke like, on the radar just puts anybody on there.
Yeah, at this point. Like,
every now and then.
It's their platform.
Every now and then. But that's neither here nor there. When it comes to that song, Bussin', I'm pretty aware that you're an Eagles fan, and there's a lot of Eagles reference in that track. It's a pretty fire track. J Money, seems like he's got a really good portfolio, and he's well known.
Yeah, very.
How did you network your way into that one?
I had messaged him on Instagram, actually, telling him that, I was interested in having him on the platform. And he seemingly like quickly responded. And from there, we just made it happen.
Did you want that song in particular? Or
I did want that song in particular. Fire. Just because I felt like that song was like, is rising right now. Still rising. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I like the song, high energy. I feel like this will be perfect in a busy city.
Yeah, that shit was lit, bro. You went out there, you networked with him, and now you got an asset, a friend, and I'm sure you enjoyed the platform, you enjoyed the spotlight.
Yeah, invited me to his music video after, like.
Really?
Yeah, so it was pretty dope. Like, just that's why I love doing what I do, because I'm building new friendships,
And so in the same day you shot that second video.
Yeah, same day, like an hour after.
Well, I'll be looking out for the behind the scenes footage for that, because, to be able to travel out there and to network into a different city, and also be able to put your platform in different cities. Like, there could be a NorthStar Spotlight ATL.
Coming soon.
Okay, so something's already in the works.
Coming soon.
Interesting. Good for you, man. Good for you. Do you do artists like shoot an alley for you all the time, and you just slam the dunk, you know what I mean? Or do
like
you
finding different clients wise?
To being able to like, so you reach a new demographic in Philadelphia, right? Mm-hmm. What was the response from the demographic in Philadelphia? Did they ask you to come back out? Were there like multiple artists?
Like right after we posted, I probably got like 5-6 different people that same day, like messaging like, hey, how much is it to get on your platform, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it definitely made its way around.
Was that part of the business marketing plan?
Yeah, that's why I like to also, little thing that I like to do, I like to collab with all my artists as well on my page, just so like all my viewers can see it, his viewers can see it, her viewers, you know.
It's a strong platform. It's a building platform. You know, I do like to see everyone build their platforms, such as something like that. But everyone has their own little unique swing to it. You know, just the NorthStar Spotlight. Like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know that guy running it. You know, like as you continue to elevate in the music realm, you know, like, and your production continues to, you know, outshine other productions, you're gonna like network with crazier and crazier artists, bro, and it's gonna be limitless for you. You're gonna be in different towns, different cities,
God willing.
Yeah,
God willing.
Fucking NorthStar Spotlight America. You know what I mean? Like
America edition.
Yeah, fucking performing at the Super Bowl.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. So those two were really cool. Philadelphia. Glad to hear that you're going out there. Glad to hear that there's a potentiality of you going to Atlanta.
Yeah.
How more soon could states. We potentially see that?
Couple months. This summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're pretty booked up right now as far as scheduling?
Yeah, scheduling a lot. Like I just actually made a post yesterday. Like I'm not taking anyone until next week, just so I could catch up too. Like I don't want to get too overwhelmed to the point where I have a lot of shoots and a lot of editing. I kind of finding the right balance.
What's your reviewing process for artists when they hit you up? Are there ever times where you might have to choose between two and you're like reviewing certain things to because all right, I'll be honest, the Middleman Podcast, I ask people all the time, I tell people all the time, I need to make sure the podcast makes sense for the both of us. It has to make sense.
Right.
Okay. Like if you're coming on and you don't really have much of a portfolio and stuff like that, like, is it really going to make sense? I take that into consideration, you know, like, are there things like that you might take into consideration that it would make sense for both platforms, or are you usually pretty willing to work with anyone?
Yeah, I'm more willing to work with anyone as long as like we keep it at a professional manner, you know. We're not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time. And we could just get creative. All my clients, I ask them if they want like a storyboard, or are we doing more of a run and gun? Some people like, oh, let's just pick up a camera, go outside, let's shoot. Other people like for everything to be sorted out. Like I like planning things out because I feel like that's where I come up with a lot of like mainly
premeditated things. Yeah, no,
exactly.
I get it.
But then again, like running guns too, where I'm just going out and shooting. You never know. Like some of those, I get crazy shots, and I just love it. I'm like, yeah, we should have definitely.
You had mentioned that you used a drone in the one music video. I did happen to come across that music video. Are you getting back into the drone?
Yeah,
filming?
I'm trying to use my drone a lot more because like I've had my drone for a couple years now, but I've only used it like in 4 videos max. So I'm trying to start using it more, get better with my drone, and yeah.
Just don't get a shot by the FBI.
Yeah, that's my...
Dude, serious question. I know it's a silly question, but it's a serious question. When you go to these, like, because I see a lot of people do it. When you go to these, like, gas stations, the convenience stores, the poppy shop, how do you go about, like, asking them, like, hey, do you mind if I just set up in front of your store and stuff like that?
Yeah, like, I always talk to the owners. Like, the last one that I just did, I just shot a music video, actually. And I got there. We were going to shoot at, like, 9 p.m. I went to the owner around, like, 6 p.m. He wasn't there at the time. Like the lady was nice enough to call him up. So I was kind of explaining to him like what I do, what I'm looking to shoot, and how I'm looking to shoot it. And he was all for it. He came down. He drove like 45 minutes back to Scranton just to come let us use his space. So it was really dope. But like every different location that I go to, that's what I do. I just speak to the owner. I should definitely get the okay first before just...
Yeah, definitely. Don't want to be having a trespassing or anything. Like you guys did one music video. I think it was a Spotlight as well. And it was at the Overlook. And what was the name of it? I think it's Red Flags.
Oh yeah, Red Flags.
Red Flags. Okay, Red Flag. And you guys did it at the Overlook. And one of the things that kind of baffled me was there were cars passing the boys while they were on the road with the microphone in the middle of the street there. And I'm like, am I seeing this right?
No,
like,
it's crazy.
What's going on here?
That day, I'm usually the one that's always like, let's do this. Like, even if it seems dangerous or I don't know. I'm usually the one that's all for it. But this time around, shout out to artist Andre. He's just like, yo, let's go in the middle of the road. I look at him, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, that's the first thing I said. I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, nah, come on. And then I just gave it a double take. I said, whatever, let's do it. So we just went real quick, but we were in the middle of the road. It was crazy.
It was crazy, bro. They were like...
Listen, there, people were beeping, honking their horn. It's crazy.
That was reckless, bro.
But it was worth it. We got a great shot.
You did get great shots, but I was just very concerned about the genuine safety of everyone, you know? Like,
I know.
That is fucking nuts. You ever do anything like that again?
Oh, yeah. I'm all for it.
That's crazy.
As long as it's like... Because we're not like blocking off traffic where...
Yeah, you're like in a middle medium where you're like...
It's still crazy.
You're not supposed to be in...
I was just more nervous, like, hopefully, like, a police officer doesn't come down and just give us trouble, which definitely could have.
There's one music video here. I'm trying to see what name it is because I did write it down. I thought it was really cool. Here it is. I think it's Raw Stacks Miss You.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
That was one of my first.
An older gentleman, it appeared. But the aesthetic, that room.
Yeah, it was.
Where the hell was that?
At my old studio, my film studio.
Really?
Yeah, we had a set. It was, I believe that video was what? The blue set?
I think it was like a whitish background. Or I'm talking about the wrong guy. I am talking about the wrong guy.
Because Ross Stacks Miss You,
Miss You was a red.
No, it was
with
the blue
teddy bear.
No.
That
was Christian. The red teddy bear was, his name is Chris, like Xris.
Okay.
And then Miss You, we were in a blue room with kind of like a darker blue accent on the trim.
I think so. Was it the older?
Yeah, the older gentleman.
All right, so yeah. Then that's the same. I could. Am I bugging, bro? I could have sworn I was white. This is like
light blue with the light blue.
This is about to be
accent trim.
Like that dress, you know, the white or gold. Because I swear to you, that shit was white.
I mean, it probably looked white with the edit, but it was blue.
It did. It was a very. I honestly thought the way. So that was one of your sets.
Yeah, that was a set that me and Three False Prophets
built the fuck out of it, man.
Created.
Yeah, really. It looked like you guys rented out a room in like New York. Yeah. And had great detail to it.
Details to it. Yeah,
I thought it was someone's condo.
No,
on a for real.
For real?
So, yeah, I did. I'm not even trying to like gaslight you. I was like, yo. I was like, it looks like this guy has a condo and they're recording in it because it looked lavish. It looked pretty dope. Yeah. Man. It looked really dope. So those are some of your spotlights. You guys got to make sure to check them out on YouTube. But there is one music video that really caught my eye. And, there's far and few in between official music videos that you have been producing lately. It seems like everyone's gravitating towards the Spotlight, which is great. But there was one music video. I don't know how to pronounce the artist's name, so I'm just going to say the song track title. It's called War.
War. Alake.
Alake.
Alake, yeah.
Alake.
Yeah, shout out Alake, okay.
What a fucking music video that was.
That was different. And it's crazy because we shot it in the basement of his house.
Really?
We shot that video, yeah.
It was... It's a different sound than what NorthStar Spotlight usually puts out, which was unique. Yeah. Okay. How did that come to fruition?
See, like, I'm open to working with different genres.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like more hip hop, more R&B, things of that nature is gravitating towards me. But like, Alake just told me about his plan. He was like, hey, I just made the song. I want to shoot this. I was all for it. I listened to the song. I was all for it. And then we kind of came up with a game plan. I just told him, like, grab tarp, food dyes for the blood, fake blood, and some spray paint, some tape, and a rope.
So for the people who, what a fucking laundry list of shit to go to like Walmart and buy.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Like you're going up to the counter and this is what you bring. Okay, so that's nuts. The music video idea, right? It's really bloody. It's gory. For the people who don't know the song, don't have any context of the video, what were you trying to portray? What was the message being portrayed through that music video?
So Alake is telling me how he basically wanted to shoot a video about detransitioning. I believe I'm saying that correctly. With like the transgender, how everything's going on in the world. So he wanted to make a message like he'll never detransition. So that's kind of what we were portraying, trying to go for. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but on the tarp, it said like stop detransitioning. And it was just a lot of terms with like transgender use. So he was trying to build like a powerful message, and that's what I was trying to create, bring to life with him, with his style as well. Like in the video, you also see him like breaking the door, throwing the door. But yeah,
it's a very unique, dark video.
It's different.
It's completely different from what you usually see from NorthStar Spotlight. So I really wanted to talk about that video in particular because that was like really creative, outside the box, a whole different genre. You know, you're talking about you're willing to work with other genres. So, you know, maybe more people will feel more comfortable, gravitated and want to do that with you for sure. Any other music videos, or is the bulk of your work lately really just NorthStar Spotlights?
No, I have a music video coming out with Low Key Mars and Bands. They have a song. Their music video is coming soon. I also have a music video coming soon with Bank a Lot.
Okay. Summer's coming around the corner.
Tie. Yeah, it's both of them.
It's gonna get crazy in the summer. You got
definitely trying to stay busy in the summer, trying to travel more, and also adjust with like I said, like my 9 to 5 work life, trying to put everything together.
All right, dream location for a NorthStar Spotlight.
Dream location?
Do you have one? Maybe not a location, maybe an activity. I got one for you.
See, my family, we're Cape Verdean, so I usually go out there, but I've never been out there with like my whole equipment. And I have some artists out there, like my dad was an artist out there actually, but aside from that, I definitely want to do one in Cape Verde on the islands.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to make it happen too.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Within the next 2 years max.
Would you ever consider doing it in a hot air balloon?
In a hot air balloon?
Dude, imagine how many fucking necks you would turn.
I know, but
if you did it in a hot air balloon.
I'd probably pass out, bro. I'd probably pass out. Me trying to like focus into the camera and look at the dude, I'll probably just like lean over.
Just fly the drone up there.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
No, I'm being
That'd be
serious.
dope though. That's different. That's something that I would honestly think about just because it's different. Yeah, it's scary. It's just like
I'll be in the BTS. I'd be in the BTS hot air balloon with eyes to eye. They're like, oh, look at him, bro. He's losing it right now. But
that would be crazy.
Let's tap into Tea Time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Here we go.
Got the mango.
Cheers. Shake it up.
Got the
mango like last time.
Yep.
56 episode 56 never changed. I was probably still drinking this one.
Yeah, honestly, I forget what flavor you had. I guess some ASMR going.
For the people. Welcome to Tea Time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Here we go. Harrison, there are questions in this pot. I need you to pick a question and then pass me the paper, please.
Okay.
And we will see what the question of the day is today. We got exciting things going on. Atmosphere Lounge is opening up tomorrow. We will be down there having one hell of a night. There's 3 featured artists going to be performing. We have the Valley Boy, Gomi J. We have the Champ is here, Mr. Methadonics, and a lyrical assassin, Kreese Cooper. Also music by DJ AR. Fucking crazy things are happening this year, and it's only the 4th month.
Only going up.
And so with that being said, the question of the day is, if you could change anything about you, what would it be and why? And that is from Tay Bebe. That is the question of the day.
Anything about me, what would I change and why?
It could be a physical attribute, maybe a mannerism, you know, like.
Okay. I would make me the most organized man on earth. Like, just organized everything from my calendars to everything. Like my car, like just everything. I just need to be more
really
organized.
That bad, huh?
Huh?
It's really that bad, huh?
No, it's not that bad, but like it's bad.
How's your folders? Like, how's your like your
on my computer?
Yeah.
It just got better. Yeah, it just got better. My last computer, I managed to have it for 4 years, but ended up crashing on me. Like my RAM got crazy just because of like my folders, and like once your RAM goes with the Apple products, you're done. You have to get a new computer. So that's what I did. I just got a new laptop.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, but
did you lose any like information that you really needed when that happened?
At the time, yeah, I did lose some things, but hey,
organization is key, man. I mean, I feel pretty organized, but my head is still spinning like 1,000 miles per hour, bro. I bet you.
Yeah, always.
You know, like how many people do? I bet people hit you up all the time about like videos and how are we doing with like due dates and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, like right after the shoot.
You
Yo, bro,
throw your phone outside.
Yo, bro, can I get a snippet? Like, bro, we just finished it.
But can I get a snippet though? Can I get a snippet?
But yeah, that's often though. But I can't complain. Other, not every client's like that, you know.
Michael, do you have anything that you would change about yourself? If so, maybe no. Why?
I give myself more energy.
More energy.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well,
sometimes.
grab a bang energy. This is
without
you know, a great way.
Drugs, no, bro.
Never tried a 5-hour energy. Have you ever tried a 5-hour energy? No? Neither have I. I think it's like Pepto-Bismol in a bottle.
Yeah,
it's like mixed with like a little bit of Coke and Red Bull.
Oh, you've had it before?
Coke and Red Bull?
No. A 5-hour energy?
Yeah, man. That knows we can split the Red Seas, if you know what I mean. No, I'm kidding. I don't do Coke. I just like the smell of it. Chill. Yo, I don't do There's too many accusations. Stop. This is just me. All right. If I could change anything, it'd be my Coke habits. All right. I'm done. All right. I'm kidding. If I could change anything about me, for the longest, it was the smile that I had because of the fucking the gap. That was like me growing up. Like I'd hate the S's. Like I'd be like, "Hey, Sandy," like it's fucking,
I'm laughing at that.
But yeah, no, I mean, sometimes because of that, I say words a little funky. I mean, but anything else I would change about myself? You know, I'm 5'8" on a good day. You know, 5'7" when it rains. 5'11" would have been dope, you know? And maybe my sense of fashion.
Fashion? I mean, sense of fashion. Those are things that you could change, though. That's something you could change.
I could change that. But it's like...
Got to find you.
I said in the last podcast, I'm like, yeah, I'm just trading pennies for $1, bro. And that's just what it is, man. Salvation Army, that's where I find my...
Yeah, shit. There's nothing wrong with it, bro. I love thrifting.
I love thrifting, bro. It's the way to go. So with that being said, everyone, I don't do Coke, and this is Tea Time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Cheers, Harrison. That is the new Tea Time session. I would love to get your thoughts on it.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like the questions. Like the new questions that we have. Is it like every person you have come in?
Yeah, so every guest who I've spoken to, I will follow up with them maybe like a week after, you know, and I'll be like, hey, I have a podcast coming up. Do you have any questions that you'd like to submit? You know, it doesn't have to be anything. Doesn't have to be anything, you know, extravagant. It could be anything as simple as, you know.
I like that.
Purple
Something
or blue.
Different.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I want to find a way to better highlight when I do pull someone else's name out of the, like, if I pull your question out, like, let's say you sent me a question, I want to be able to like highlight it better, you know, like this question was submitted and be able to post it and make a whole thing about it.
You never thought about getting like a little, I don't know, like a little TV of like a
that'd be crazy.
Monitor?
That'd be crazy. Well, it would just,
I don't know how you would mount it.
I don't know how I would mount it either. I mean, it'd be another computer for Michael to control too.
Or maybe from the top down, if they have those type of mounts.
Maybe I'm cool with just an overlay and maybe like finding a window in my algorithm and reel and shit like that to find a slot for it, because I mean I create so much content that like I don't even use it half the time. Like half the time I create clips and then I just send them to the people and I'm like, use it if you want, but I kind of have what I'm gonna pick out and post. Yeah, you know, so that's
exactly what I mean.
That's pretty much what it is, man. You know, the NorthStar Spotlight page has been growing photography wise. You know, you step back from that a little bit. Is that something that you are looking to still do? Maybe the clientele base just isn't as strong as...
Yeah, I'm still looking to do photography. I really just go off what I get booked from. Like I have a basketball AAU games this weekend.
Cool.
I have to go to, and it's straight photography.
And we had you at Atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
I love the atmosphere. That was a crazy atmosphere, literally.
Well, tell me about, you know, we're at the point of the show where we're just lounging, chilling, bro. Tell me about your experience at Atmosphere, bro. Because
Atmosphere was just great, like great vibes, brought the community together, different vending tables, which I found like very dope. Like we had clothing brands to people showing off their little knickknacks or whatever it was. It was dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was really
And then
awesome,
the artists going on, all the crazy stage, like literally speechless. The stage was insane. Like the production from the lights, how many people you guys had helping you on production behind the scenes. It was crazy. I saw you with like a walkie-talkie, like talking like, extra professional. I'm like, holy shit, like this is big.
Yeah, man. Walkies are the way to go, bro. We were at an event.
007 over here.
For real. Dude, it's one of the best parts that I've experienced during that festival was like, at this point, we're moving, we're grooving, the show's going. We got a decent crowd in there, and I'm getting like a buzz in my ear. yo, Kev, we got about like 40 to 50 people that just came in and they're still coming. I'm like, no fucking way,
that
dude.
was frustrating. Like,
no, it was beautiful. Areas. It was exciting. I love that. No, like, please bring 40 more, bring 50 more. Like,
no, honestly.
It was just like, but in my head, I'm like, it's like, are we really doing this right now? Like,
it happened at the worst times too. Like as you're setting up for something, like you hear your name getting called on the walkie.
Well, there was one time, never told anyone this. There was one time during the show that there was like something that happened backstage and I'm just chilling. And all I hear is like loud in my ear, Kevin, get back here now. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, and I walk in, bro, and I have to put out a fire. I'm like, okay. So basically what an issue was is that people were in a location where they weren't supposed to be. And I was like, hey, kind of need you to leave, you know, so get out of here, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I was a part of that.
You might have been. I think you were. Potentially.
I was just there. I was just looking around.
Possibly. Dude, you and I have had like some pretty unique, funny experiences, you know, when it comes to just like random run-ins, you know, shit like that. Always. Like, remember last time you were here on Tea Time, I talked about putting my hand through that window.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was like,
and it ended up being at my house.
Exactly.
But I was never there.
Yep. No, it wasn't your house. It was the neighbor's house.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
It was a neighbor's house. You know, there's freaking Michael's running into you telling you to buy a new camera. That's pretty crazy. Are you so upgrading wise, what are we looking to upgrade?
Right now I'm focused on getting myself some lights. I do need more studio lights. I feel like that's a major thing that I need.
Is there an artist who you want to work with before the year ends?
An artist that I want to work with before the year ends? That's a good question. Never really thought about it. It'd be dope to work with one of those like Zeddy Will. Like he's got like his TikTok platform going crazy. Like he got his fame really through TikTok and now he's blowing up on every platform. So it's like, I feel like I'd be interested in working with him. Getting his energy on the spotlight.
I'm unfamiliar with who that is.
Oh yeah.
Are they from this area? Or
no, he's what is he, Philly, Jersey? I don't know.
All right, well, it's feasible. Like it's within range. It's within range, especially with the people who you're gonna be talking to and working with, bro. Like, and I'm super proud that you're here, and I'm proud that you continue to grow despite all the challenges that you were having with life. Because I'm a spectator, you know. I see it. I was like, damn, Harris is going through some shit. You know, the game needs him. You know, he needs to come back.
The game's calling.
It's calling, man. It's calling, man. The spotlight, the North Star is gone. It's no longer shining right now. But you came back and you came back stronger. It seems like you're in a great headspace again, which is awesome, man. You saw that creative fire. We have both achieved milestones and will continue to achieve milestones, brother. But
and the next time we're here, it's going to be even crazier.
It's going to be session 3. And at that point, you will officially become a Middleman Podcast Hall of Famer.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm coming for that.
And you got to bring your belt. That's rule number 1. You got to bring a WWE championship belt, whichever one you want. You could be USA, International, WWE, whatever the hell you want. This is announced right here, right now. To become a Middleman Hall of Famer, you need to bring your championship belt.
Let's go.
And then, at that point, your signature will be on 3 signs, my friend.
Oh, yeah. That's the goal, God willing.
And, but before we get off the air here, my friend, you know, we like to give the floor to our guests. So if there's anything you want to say to the people, anything that we missed, you know, any messages or maybe you're looking for someone to work with.
The last message that I have for you guys is sometimes you could be so like high up that you forget to be grateful for what you actually have, what you achieved, and you don't really realize until it's gone, until everything's gone. But don't ever break. That's one thing. Don't ever break. Yeah, you could be having the longest days. I know how that feels. Feeling like, oh, you don't know if you should be doing this. You don't know if, just don't know. So if you ever feeling like that, just keep going. Don't stop. Keep shining. God has a plan for you.
Don't break, man. Don't break. And I'm glad you didn't, bro. You're still here. You're bigger. You're better. You're brighter than ever wearing a yellow shirt here, yellow sweatshirt. But with that being said, everyone, North Star, my man, I really do appreciate you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
And we will be doing Atmosphere 2025 once more. Peace. Again in that building. I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.